Today we are going to be learning about Albert Einstein, one of the most well-known contemporary physicists. Albert Einstein was born in Germany and is a theoretical physicist whose work greatly influenced future philosophy and science. Albert Einstein was born March 14, 1879 in Germany, and his parents were initially concerned that he was deformed because his head was so large and oddly shaped. So much that his grandma kept saying much too fat the first time she saw him. In 1990, Einstein earned his academy teaching diploma from Swiss Federal Polytech School, and a year later he obtained his Swiss citizenship, which he kept for the rest of his life. He struggled to get employed, but through his hard work and strong will, he was eventually hired as a patent examiner at the Swiss Patent Office in Bern. At the Swiss Patent Office, Einstein developed his famous theory of relativity, and in 1905 his miracle year published 4 Radicand papers. At 26 years old, Albert Einstein was awarded a PhD at the University of Zurich. Afterwards, Einstein was invited to several universities to enlighten a more expansive sea of students. 1917 was the year that Einstein applied his general theory of relativity to formulate a model of the universe, and in 1921, Albert Einstein won the Nobel Prize for Physics for his explanation of the photoelectric effect. Despite these astonishing accomplishments, Albert Einstein did indeed drop out of school at the age of 15, promoted by his teacher's suggestion to do so. In other words, Einstein was not such an Einstein in school. In fact, he never spoke his first word until the age of 3. Later on, a rumor spread that Einstein had an illegitimate daughter with his first wife, Malede, and this secret was confirmed to be true. Einstein set a strict loveless contract with Malede and was not considered such a family man in the rest of his marriage either. Einstein was offered the presidency of Israel but firmly declined it because he thought he was too old to be president at 73 years old. Back onto a more serious note, Einstein's theory of relativity allowed us to further understand the concept of gravity previously established by Newton, which deemed Einstein as the most influential scientist of the 20th century. Now we will learn about the range of his influence, their importances, and the rest of his important findings because there's a solid reason why his name still resonates decades later. No dip, Einstein.
What is the theory of relativity? Well, it consists of 2 interrelated theories called special relativity and general relativity. Special relativity applies to physical phenomena in the absence of gravity. General relativity explains the law of gravitation and its relation to other forces of nature. In other words, special relativity is the theory of space-time, and general relativity is the theory of gravitation. Albert Einstein introduced the theory of special relativity in one of the 4 1905 papers he published called On the Electrodynamics of Moving Bodies. It was built on many theoretical results and findings from many other physicists. By 1920s, the physics community understood and accepted special relativity as it rapidly became a significant and necessary tool for theorists and experimentalists. In one of those 4 papers called Does the Inertia of a Body Depend Upon Its Energy Content?, he explained the relationship between energy and mass, thus coming up with E equal to m times c squared. E meaning energy, m meaning mass, and c meaning the speed of light, which is 186,000 miles per hour. This equation is telling you that from the standpoint of physics, energy and mass are interchangeable. This also means that time passes more slowly when you are going fast, meaning a twin going to space will age more slowly than their sibling back on Earth. The theory of special relativity only studies situations without the presence of gravity, and a further example would be an event that would seem to take 1,000 years when viewed from Earth may seem to just take a second for someone in a spacecraft traveling at great speed. It is also telling you that tiny mass can create a large amount of energy because of how big the speed of light is. This explains why suns and other stars shine as in their interior. Atoms fuse together, creating a huge amount of energy of the sun. This is also why scientists were able to learn how to make a simple bomb, like the atomic bomb, that's powerful to wipe out a city. Now, for the theory of general relativity, it was developed by Einstein between 1907 and 1950, with contributions of many others after 1915. The finished product was published in 1916, but sadly, it didn't appear to be as useful as special relativity. Fortunately, around the 1960s, it became more central to physics and astronomy. The theory of general relativity allows scientists to explain physical phenomena regarding the relationship between gravity, matter, energy, and momentum. For example, according to the theory of general relativity, space-time is curved when there is gravity, matter, energy, or momentum. So when a beam of light is making a tangent with a dense planet such as Earth, its trajectory will be skewed instead of maintaining straight. Einstein's theories fundamentally challenged the authority of Newton's law of motions and the branch of classical physics established on which. The key difference between Einstein's theory and Newton's is that Newtonian gravity draws a defined separation between space and time, whereas Einsteinian gravity merges the two. Despite his academic success, Einstein refers to his accomplishment as achieving standing on the shoulders of giants, which especially give credit to Newton. In our next video, we will be introducing Bohr, another renowned physicist, and his contribution to atomic theory and the realm of quantum physics.
And I promise you, it's definitely not going to be a boring trip.